start off, do you have any update on fireman is it head related?
Yeah, no. Upper body.
Okay, but not
Yeah,
head.
no.
Okay. Manson made a big play there where he kind of snagged the puck midair and put it on net and led to a goal.
Yeah.
Just what kind of can he bring to offensive situations that maybe you don't see as much because of the other personnel you have normally in Atlanta?
Well, he's pretty involved offensively. Like if you watch his game on like once he kind of got up to speed this year, like he can make an impact on the offensive side of it. It's not like leading the rush but it's more ozone play type shifts like that where he stays in the zone, keeps plays alive. He has a pretty good shot. And he's got some pretty good instincts too, like whether he's scissoring after he makes a given goal pass or just getting shots through to the net as a righty. I think he's a valuable guy, in a bunch of different scenarios like that.
Given how kind of depleted the lineup is becoming, how important is it to have Nate have a game like that?
Well, it's big. I mean, you need it. I mean, you got a lot of key personnel out, guys that impact the game in a bunch of different ways, including special teams. And like I thought he played really hard and played really well. That line was really good tonight. I thought Drouin played well. I thought OC played well. They pick up 2 goals, 3 if you include Dermy's with Nate. Great, nice pass. So, I mean, it's important because you don't know. Every line was different tonight, right? With those guys out of lineup, every single line. So you don't really know what you're going to get. You're looking for the right amount of effort and commitment to play, a solid defensive game, and you want guys to chip in. And you're probably relying on your top guys to chip in more than the other guys at that point. So, I mean, it's huge. You don't win without an effort like that from Nate.
How did you go about settling on what the lines were going to be? How was that process?
You know what? I just sort of got like, what does this line need? If they had, like, we tried to put some pairs together of some offensive guys, and I tried to put a worker that could help establish a forecheck and come up with some pucks as their third guy. You knew it wasn't going to look anything close to what we'd normally have once those guys went out. So, giving some guys some opportunities, a guy like Olesen, we knew we had the opportunity to move some guys around if we needed to, and we did. But yeah, for the most part, it's like trying to get a couple pairs together and try to get them a worker on each line and try to build some lines that you can trust on the defensive side of it, and so we could play 4.
So what about Crafty Curtis McDermott?
Yeah.
What does he add when he can do that?
I mean, it adds a lot. I mean, I loved his start to the game. He played a great game until the penalty at the end. I didn't like the penalty. I think it's, with his reputation, and we're down 1 that he shouldn't skate in there and get involved in that. But, I mean, he hasn't seen a lot of ice time this year, and he's come up with 2 huge goals for us now. He gets a game winner, and he gets the first one tonight to kind of kick it off on a great skilled play. I mean, he starts it in the defensive zone and then drives the middle, and the pass isn't even on his stick. It's in his skate. He kicks it up to his stick and then roofs it. So big play, but then he was physical after that. He knocked a few guys down on the forecheck. He was responsible defensively. I mean, I thought he did a great job, and he impacts the game in a big way.
Coach, you talked a lot those first few weeks about Jonathan Drouin. You thought he was doing good things, that the production would eventually start to show for him.
Yeah.
Seems like he's really rolling right now.
Well, he is. I mean, I think it was getting comfortable and then trusting like gaining some level of confidence with our team, and then getting comfortable in his skin and what he can provide without trying to defer to other players. But the biggest thing is, for him, he put in some work on video, and then the pace of the game and the way he can use his skating in order to make plays and be elusive, that's really picked up. Not just recently. We talked about this a week and a half ago, and it had already been half a dozen games. But he's playing well. Like you can see all the skill and ability. He's been responsible on the defensive side of it. He's been really taking ownership of that and working on that. So turning into a good 200-foot player for us.
Coach, you talked about Tatar being snake bit and He had a couple good looks tonight. What did you think of his efforts?
I thought that was the best game he's played all year, to be honest with you. On both sides of the puck. Strong, heavy on pucks, came out of the corners with the puck, made plays when he had him. I think he kind of gets robbed on the one. He beats the guy to the net. I felt like that should have been a penalty there, either for a hook or the slash. We didn't get the call. It kind of negates the scoring chance. Yeah, I mean, he's just got to stick with it. If he keeps playing like that, he's gonna find a way to chip in.
I feel like I just asked you about McKinnon, but he's got 500 assists. He's the first from his draft year to do that. Just how impressive is that accomplishment for him?
I mean, it's big. I think you look at the draft and where he's drafted, and people would probably expect that, so it doesn't get all the hoopla. But I mean, whenever you can, in a game like this, when there's new players coming every year and everyone has these expectations for them, I think whenever you can live up to expectations or exceed expectations, it's pretty phenomenal. And I think he's done that.
With some of the different looks tonight with players playing alongside different personnel, did you see anything that unlocked new possibilities moving forward?
Yeah, there's some things that I liked, and some of them weren't really surprises to me, but yeah, I mean, I can't go into all of them, but yeah, I do. There are some things like that's what a game like that can do, right? You never know until you try, and you don't want to be afraid as a coach to try new things, but you also want to be able to stick with things that are working and looking good, because it just gives the players time to gel and sort of try and go from good to great, So, but when you get in situations like tonight, I think it's an ideal opportunity for a coach to be able to sort of mix things up and see what you see. Like, we know that we have a really good third line, for example, with Wood, Colton, and OC. And we'll go back to that. We will. But to see them with other players and see how they can complement one another and sort of fit in different roles, I think that's what part of the regular season is for.
Last questions, go ahead.
Do you have a timeline on McNeil's return yet?
I don't. He's day to day. So he thought about going today, so I'm crossing my fingers for the next one.
Okay,
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Coach.